G'day guys, what do you do? It's your boy NDRW back at it again with another show. Let's get it. Let's go. So today guys, I've got a special guest.
Yeah.
Another special guest. He graduated college while doing entrepreneur and freelance ventures. And he graduated with an industrial engineering degree.
Yeah.
He built Augment Digital to a company of 10 within 1 year, guys. That's one actual year. That's amazing. And he is also the only guy in Philippines to have passed the Facebook buying and planning. Wow, that's crazy. He was born in Cebu City, managing director for Augment Digital. Let's all welcome Reinart Bacalso.
Cool. Thanks, man. Thanks for having me here. Great to be here.
Hey, thank you so much for accepting the invite.
Sure.
It's amazing to actually bring amazing people with amazing skills.
Yeah.
That's a
Nice
lot of
to connect
amazing.
as well. Yeah.
But honestly, could you give us a bit of what you do and what you do on a daily?
Yeah. So as you mentioned, we Augment Digital is an advertising agency.
Yes.
So we focus on Facebook ads specifically.
Nice.
Right. So
Awesome.
I don't know if a lot of the viewers know what ads are specifically, but those were basically the ones with sponsored. Right. So I talk to a lot of people and they're like, what's ads? Is that posting? Right. Get that a lot. So those are the sponsored, you see. Right.
Yes. Especially when it's pushed to you,
yeah.
a lot of the Lala moves, I see.
Yeah.
They're pretty good at that.
Yep, see a lot of their ads these days.
Holy
for sure.
crap, yeah.
Yeah, so we run that for our clients. So we manage, of course, their spend, creating the creatives for them, the copy,
Nice.
the captions, all of that, and choose who we target in terms of their target market, and then just launch the campaigns and
Yes.
make them sales.
Yeah. And I
That's the
think
goal.
that's an amazing thing, because especially with digital marketing, if you're not investing on a copywriter right now, I don't know if
Yeah.
you're in the right venture, right?
Yeah, that's
And
true.
Honestly, that's one of the things that I truly appreciate with these guys is they really know what they're doing,
Mhm.
and they really speak the talk and actually talk the talk and actually do the talk.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of things that's really amazing. Could you also get into just a bit of background about how Augment Digital kind of started and where
Sure.
you guys are right now?
Yeah, so Augment Digital started around last year when I graduated college. So there's a lot of story behind before that. So I mentioned, I was doing freelancing while I was in college, right? So back when I was in college, I was just I was going through the motions, joining all these organizations, doing all these extracurricular activities, and it was around my third year where I personally found the need to start trying to earn money. Everyone goes through things for sure, and financially, it was just starting to be a need, for family, things like that. I had to start finding a way, right? So that really pushed me to search online and online jobs. Just as simple as that.
Wait, which websites did you hit up?
I hit everything.
Fiverr,
So Fiverr, Upwork. Back then, Odesk was still a thing, and then they
what
combined.
was the most effective one out of the
So it took me a while to get any people to reach out or for my applications to get through. So I actually started out wanting to be a programmer.
Oh.
I didn't get any traction, so I changed it up to a writer. And then as I I was out there as a writer, one of the people that approached me was this marketing agency that kind of found that my writing experience would be pretty good to use in their email, the stuff they do in email.
Right.
So that's kind of how I got into the whole digital marketing space. It's not I even picked it. It was basically what was available, because just back then I just needed to find some way to earn that money. So that's how I got into digital marketing. It started with email.
Nice.
So I was basically setting up their email automations.
Nice. MailChimp?
Infusionsoft.
Yes, Infusionsoft.
Yeah.
Nice.
Pretty crazy. So that's where I got into digital marketing. And then after a few months there, they put me in a project that involved Facebook ads. So that's where I first got to experience running ads. And when I started doing it, it was oh, this is pretty fun, because you get to see legit when you launch a campaign and you see the numbers, you can get immediate feedback as it's doing well or not. So when I went through that was pretty cool, and I really started liking just launching these campaigns.
Nice.
So I started looking for other opportunities to work in the in that niche. So I started trying to find clients here locally.
Nice.
Worked with a few businesses, And then one of the clients I found online was another agency, which was starting out their advertising department. So they did it organic, like organic very well, and they were doing organic marketing, but they wanted to start building an advertising department for their clients to start offering advertising. So they were looking for someone to help them lead that. So it was good timing that they found me, and then we started working together. And so basically for the next like 2 years, that was my third year in college. So like for the next 2 years, I was working primarily with them.
Dang, you were juggling a lot. Studies and also freelancing.
Yeah. So that was basically where I got a bunch of my experience, and they grew from that was like zero. They started from scratch for their advertising, and when I left them, when I started Augment Digital, I think there were like 150 active
that's
clients.
Pretty quick. And that was over a span of 2 years?
Yeah, 2 years.
Damn, 2 years to 150. Crazy.
Yeah.
Dang. So could you now, especially with how you kind of mentioned like getting into like noticing that, hey, this is not working, and actually picking out, I think that's a key skill right there. Like you're noticing what's not working. A lot of the times people just give up and it's like, it's not working. And they just like fall off, and that's it. But the key thing that you actually did was you noticed that there was a trend, like this is trendy, and this is not working for me, so I need to jump onto what's working for a lot of people, and I need to learn that and actually just adapt. I think adaptability is one of the key skills that a lot of entrepreneurs actually need, and what is crucial to a lot of ventures, because it's so unpredictable.
Online marketing, it's super unpredictable.
If it was predictable, I think everyone would be doing it.
That's true. Like one little change in the platform, and like all your strategies are going to
it's
trash.
like, all the 2 year strategies that you have, that's not a template anymore. You need to change that.
Exactly.
Crazy. So as a kid, were you always this kind of like meticulous, or were you quite sharp as a kid?
I think so. Like, I did okay in school. Like, I went through so it was just like normal. Like, it was nothing crazy. I didn't come from like an entrepreneurial background or anything. My mom and dad.
You're the first entrepreneur in the family.
Basically.
Nice. Relatable.
Nice.
My parents are also in just academics. So my dad is a professor at the university. My mom's a teacher, and she's now a support worker. So no one's an entrepreneur. So with what's your parents like?
So my mom works in the government. My dad used to work in bank. Right. So
no entrepreneurs still.
None at all.
That's crazy. And I think that's really awesome to sort of see entrepreneurs just popping out of places. Because especially if you're a second generation entrepreneur, you're not really as hungry. But if you're the first, it's like, damn, you're super. Like, no, I want to make a living. I don't want to do 9 to 5.
Exactly.
Damn. So what were you like as a kid? Just delving into like your childhood and anything.
I was. I think it was. I was just like pretty normal. I would say like nothing crazy. Like the usual. Like just like I read a lot. I think that would be one that is different. So.
There you go. What kind of books did you read?
A lot of Hardy Boys, like detective kind of stuff. So fiction, a lot of fiction. I used to read a lot of fiction.
And that's pretty cool because that also taps into the creative and also more of the logical side as well. I think with fiction, because there's a fiction novel and there's a fiction kind of just like mystery book. And I think that's the kind of mystery that you. That's pretty cool. How old were you when you started reading that?
I think pretty early. I'm not so sure what the exact age, but. Like, because my mom used to read a lot as well. So she had all these books in her collection. I was just like picking them and just reading them off. And then I started like liking that. So I started like, can you get me more books too? I think a big part of it, now that you mentioned, is like, I think a big part of it is how my mom like brought me up. Because like for Christmas, like I guess other people would get toys, but my mom gave me a set of encyclopedias.
Like the Britannica ones?
I forgot. I think it was Girlier.
Like, was it the blue and red one?
I don't remember, but so she got me a set of encyclopedias, and that set of books that was like why it's like 20 thin books that say why this is certain things, why space like this, or why
cool.
I forgot. So that's what I got. So I guess that did shape a lot.
How old were you during that time?
I think it was early elementary.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
But not kinder or like.
No, not
So
kinder.
a little bit later, but primary
Yeah.
school. Oh, that's cool.
Mhm. Yeah.
That really shapes a lot because
Yeah.
one of the things that I've noticed is, especially if you're well read
Mhm.
at a young age, that really speaks volumes.
Yeah.
And you kind of get ahead of the class, which is
Yeah.
pretty cool. So during school, like, were you the kid that would always ace a test? Were you academically inclined?
Yeah, so I think it grew into that over time. So I kind of was, but not really. But like it grew into that when I was like high school. That's when I started really like, acing tests and things like this.
Ah.
So yeah.
So during elementary, you were kind of just like chill.
Yeah.
Were your parents pushing you to be an honor roll?
Yeah.
Okay, there's that.
So I hit the honor roll, but I wasn't like number one in a sense. And yeah, but the pressure was kind of there.
Yeah, because I could totally relate. Like my parents would always be like, "No, you need to be honor roll." I think the one time that I nearly, like, I was at the bottom of the list, they were like, "What happened?" And then because I'm really bad with Tagalog.
Oh, got you.
I
have to.
right?
I know, it just drags down your grades. Like, okay.
I know, like, I wish everything could just be in English. Like,
Yeah.
if only it was just like, why? We're talking Bisaya.
I know.
Just use Bisaya.
Did you ever have a subject, like the civic subject, as Filipino?
like Sibikat?
Yeah,
Oh,
that was
God,
worse.
That was terrible.
Yeah, we had that too. That
Every
was
time
really
I had
bad.
that, I was like, oh God, we're gonna. Especially if they asked me to read, I was like, we're gonna be here all afternoon. I don't know about you guys, but good luck. But man, yeah, because I could totally relate, especially with being an honor roll and everything. My parents pushed me to it. It wasn't my own decision. Like, I want to be an honor roll, but I was like, I need to be an honor roll.
Yeah.
Because my parents are pushing me.
Exactly.
But then in high school, did it change for you when you were getting into that? Like, did you appreciate sort of learning more?
Yeah, I think that's a key point. Like, that's what kind of was different. Because like elementary, I wasn't really like super. I was there, but then like I wasn't like topping things.
Yes.
But then you're right. Like, I think in high school, I was able to appreciate the process of learning. Like, I just became more aware of like, oh, it's pretty cool to learn all these things, and it went outside like just seeing it as studying, I would say, except for Filipino.
Filipino stays
Yeah.
the same.
But everything else started like being more of like exploratory,
Nice.
just being curious and like learning these new things. And I think that helped me appreciate the subjects more and like enjoy the process of going through them, which led to better grades, I guess.
Damn, because I think that's beauty. Like, that's one of the biggest difference of actually identifying what is learning and what is education.
Yeah.
Because education is like those are your grades. Those are the stuff that's just more aesthetic.
Yeah.
But then learning is actually appreciating like
That's true.
the technique, like the methods, like how you learn, how you memorize stuff, like what your process is.
Yeah.
At the same time, like what you're learning as well, if it really gives you curiosity and learning, if it also like spikes your attention, like this is interesting, I want to learn about this one.
Yeah.
Because there's a huge difference between I need to learn this one or I want to learn this one.
Exactly.
The
Such a
need and
huge
want,
difference.
right?
Yeah, such a huge
Because
difference.
it's like patay ka, like I'm gonna smack you if you're
Don't
not gonna
memorize it.
It's like, okay, lambahon ko. It's like, right?
Yeah.
So it's
exactly.
huge difference.
Uh-huh.
Damn. So in high school was also, cause where did you go high school and where did you go primary school? I mean elementary.
So I was in the same school from preschool to high school.
Wow.
It's a school in Guadalupe. It's called Childlink, a learning center.
Right.
So it's a small school. But yeah, like I spent like 10 plus years.
Was it a bigger
there.
class when you got to high school?
No, it's like we were
So
like
small.
15.
1-5.
Yeah, in the class.
So
I
you
got lesser over time.
damn. So you pretty much knew all the classmates that you had,
and
from-
other classes, other batches as well.
Oh right, 'cause
Yeah.
you guys have been there for like pretty much all your life.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
Okay, but so the thing that switched when you got to high school was pretty much just your appreciation.
Yeah, I would say like I was just more aware like that. Oh, this is why we're learning these things, and just found more enjoyment in it.
Wow, so you kind of hacked the system. It's like, so this is why we're learning.
Yeah, kind of realized that.
Interesting. And then where did you go to college after high school?
I went to USC, University of San Carlos, Talamban campus. Yeah.
Damn, I know a lot of people in Talamban. What's it? What is it about USC Talamban?
It's a big school, I guess.
Dang, because I'm meeting so many people in USC Talamban. I think the CAFA.
Yeah,
The
lots of
college-
arts people from there. Yeah.
Oh my
for
god!
sure.
I only learned that about like because I talked to quite a few people from USC Talamban, and also quite a few engineering students, IT students, and now IE students. Damn,
Yeah.
It's a huge school because apparently
is.
it's right next to a mountain.
Yep.
Or it's on the mountains.
Yep, they probably own part of the mountain. I don't know,
Dang.
but it's huge.
That's
Like
legit.
they have a retreat house like way up there.
Wow.
And all that. Yeah.
Damn. So, but there's also a USC in Cebu
Yeah,
City.
in downtown. It's
Downtown.
the main
But
campus.
smaller.
Yeah, much smaller.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like one or three buildings. I don't know in Maine.
Oh, only
Yeah.
that. But then in
Oh,
Calamba.
I can't even. Like, there's like a building per like school. Yeah, so it's pretty
Wow.
huge, and like you need a shuttle to get around.
Wow. So
Yeah.
it's that big.
Yeah.
Holy shit. Because I can totally relate. Because where I grew up was in Leyte, in this place called Visca, VSU.
Okay.
And it's kind of the same. But the thing, I think we only have a beach. So we're
Uh-huh.
between a beach, like right next to the sea and the mountain.
Cool.
We've got the mountain part locked down,
Yeah.
so I totally understand that one.
Uh-huh.
But then every like high school is right next to the sea, so we could
Got
all
it.
just go to the beach.
Damn, that's great.
It's crazy. And then whenever like I think that's why I could relate to USC Talamban people because they had a school right next to a mountain, and we had that too. Like whenever we need to go to admin. Oh my God! We need to go up a mountain to enroll.
Exactly.
Like holy crap, that was
I
so
know,
bad.
go building to building.
Building
sucks.
to building is
Yeah.
crazy, and then it builds a lot of leg muscle, a lot of walking,
yeah,
up
sure.
and down, and it's like old buildings as well.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of history, and with a lot of history comes a lot of ghost stories.
Yep, lots of that.
Damn. But that's very
Yeah.
interesting because I think that is one of the things that I've always noticed. Like a lot of people are more creative in a school like that.
Yeah.
Because now you've got like a bigger place to go
Yeah.
around it. It's not just like the urban side.
Yeah.
But it's more of a rural side. It's not Cebu.
Exactly. Yeah.
I think it really, because I think the restrictions in the city is such a huge hindrance to a lot of schools. Because
Yeah.
now you can only fit so much in one school.
Yeah.
So there's like night school and day school.
That's true.
And that's why I never got, because I talked to quite a few people from Manila. I never really understood what they were talking like. We're in night school. I'm like, oh, so you work part-time? They're like, no. We're just night, like
Really?
we're scheduled at night. Because
Interesting.
there's so many people, like, for example, there's like 10,000 people in one area. And there's only one school. So they can't fit all the kids.
Oh, so they have like a night.
Like a
that's crazy.
day version, like a day
Yeah.
group and then a night group.
Damn.
I'm like, holy crap. So pretty much they finish, I think, 3 o'clock. So 3
wow.
to 11
Yeah.
at night, 11 p.m. And then
Damn.
the other class starts at 7 to 3 p.m., something like that.
Do the teachers stay 24 hours?
I think swap
They
teachers
swap
as well.
as well.
So
Okay, cool.
it's still crazy. If
Yeah,
you think
for
about it, I was
sure.
like, damn, so if Cebu were to grow that big, it
Yeah.
would be like that.
That's crazy.
And I
yeah.
could, like,
It's tough.
that would
Yeah.
be so hard.
Yeah, and I think one of the reasons why I was thinking about like you said like creativity. I think it's because like there's so many different schools in Talaman, so like, and you get to interact with all these other people.
Yes.
Like
It's not just that one specific group, right?
Yeah. So like people from the engineering side can interact with the people in the sciences or in
Yes.
like Safa, the design school. So I think it promotes a lot of that. So which is pretty good. Yeah.
Yeah, because one of the things that I really appreciate with schools kind of set up like that is it really encourages. Do you know what a multi-potentialite is?
Not really.
Ooh. So
New
multi-potentialite, it's definitely a new word. And
Yeah.
when it came to me, it kind of sort of sparked an interest. I was like, oh, this is interesting.
Yeah.
So there's a TED Talk. If you guys could sort of search that up, it's by Putty but basically a multi-potentialite is a person that's really interested. Like they're basically a specialist, but they're not only a specialist in one area. They have different areas that they're a specialist in, and it's like a person with ADHD. Like you can't really focus on one thing for so long because you'll get bored of it. So you jump into a different interest, and then you kind of bring that to the end, and it's like you're now a specialist in that, and then you jump to another one.
Okay.
So it's very interesting because schools like that really encourage pretty much having a multi-potentialite kind of interest, because you see different areas that you could really venture in, and it's like, oh, I might be able to do that, and then you try it, and it's like, I'm pretty good, and then you jump into another, oh, this is interesting, I want to learn. I may not be good, but I'm willing to actually learn and put in the effort.
That's true.
And now you become good as well in that, and then jump in. And it's very interesting because, for example, just to share a little bit, most of the people that I've met recently are multi-potentialites. And it's very interesting because, I don't know, like, I think it's definitely a testament that this is the era of the Renaissance. It's like where Michelangelo and Leonardo da Vinci were kind of looked at, like frowned upon, because they're like, wait, just choose one.
Yeah.
You're not a special, like, just choose one. It's like, no. I think the beauty of the Renaissance is you fit into a different industry and you could always adapt to any kind of industry.
Yeah.
Because you could like, yeah, I can relate to that. You may not be as good, but then you could still be in the running. You're not average.
Yep.
But you're not also a specialist, but you're decent
better
enough.
than average. Yeah.
Right.
For sure.
Can you relate to that?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
like
damn. I think I've met another multi-potential. What areas would you say that you've been interested in the past, or you're still interested in?
Yeah, so like I mentioned earlier, like one of the things I tried to start finding a job with was programming.
Yes. So you do programming?
Yeah, so I program a bit, like web. So I got really deep into that. I was like, all the tutorials on YouTube, I was just
so you do custom codes as well?
Yeah. So, but yeah, you make a very good point where like because if you're not even like the best, what's great is that you can bring some of what you've learned there into the other fields.
Yes.
So like for example, for us, like we run primarily advertising, right, for clients, but we send them to like our client's site, right? And sometimes you see things work on the ads, then you want to change something on the site.
Yes.
And like we're not specialized on that, but since I have some experience in programming, I could just jump in there and like change the code, and it works.
Exactly.
So yeah, it's pretty cool. Like
it's a huge advantage, because now you don't have to ask web dev to actually handle it. It's like, no, hang on. We don't need to do like hard codes. We can just change this, and done. And it's like, oh, right? Yep. And so you do web dev. You do what other stuff?
I think that would be the primary two, like the web dev, and then like the marketing, advertising.
Yes. Have you dabbled into like graphic design?
Yeah, there was a because like
I could sense that. I was like, because I could remember a few years ago, marketing like graphic design was super huge, and
like you're when I was starting out, you're limited by resources. So like a client needed an ad, and like I didn't have the resources to hire graphic designers. So I was like, I'm gonna learn this on my own.
you pretty much come up with an element, and it's like, this works.
Yeah. So,
go to vector stock.
Yeah. For sure.
So like pick out like, oh, this is good.
Yeah.
I'll try to do this.
So I think that going back to like you brought up like what is it like in my childhood. I think that adaptability really grew into this.
Nice.
I think now thinking about it, like being able to adapt. Because I started learning these things. I went into these different specialties, not really because I wanted to, but because I needed to.
True.
Like it started jumping. Like I needed to learn how to create some ads, like some graphic ads. So I learned that, and I learned how to write copy. So I learned that.
Nice. So you also do copywriting.
Yeah.
That's another art. Honestly, that's another art form that would be really opened. Honestly, I'd say in the next few years, that would be a total. Like marketing is one, right? Yeah. Advertising another one.
Yeah.
Copywriting might grow into that. Honestly, like the way I'm seeing a lot of things, because right now you could copy for like different, like Facebook to YouTube to Instagram, right? But then I think later on when it grows, there will be a different language for Facebook. There will be a different.
That's true.
It's really starting.
It's starting. Yeah.
Right.
That's what I was to say.
If you think about it, like it's starting, but it's not as like you can
get away with it. Yeah.
You could get away with just copy paste.
Yeah.
But then I think later on, people will be more specific. Like, nah, you're not talking. For example, people even frown upon people when they put like a square video on YouTube.
Yeah.
Right? And I think that's one evidence that it's really starting. People are really like noticing habits.
Yeah.
And if you're not in line with that language, you're like, nah.
Yep.
And the more that it becomes more clear, the more people will really need that. And copywriting is one of the things that really accentuates all of that.
That's true. Damn. Yeah.
So web dev, marketing, graphic design, and also copywriting.
Yeah.
Damn. Any other ones that we haven't talked about?
I think those are the primary ones. I wouldn't count. I did play some music before. So like guitar.
To be honest,
bit of piano.
You're not tone deaf, right, or anything?
No.
There you go. Because I think that's also another thing, especially with marketing. There's that timing. Like
that's true.
I don't know if for some reason you just hear that timing. Like it's not.
It
doesn't sound right.
Even in the copy, like there's like a rhythm that you look for. It's like a comment I always make when I'm like copy editing our team stuff. I'm like, there's something about the rhythm, and they're like, what's rhythm? I'm like,
it's hard to explain.
I don't know.
What about like video? I think video is really where your musicality really like spikes up. It's like that didn't feel right.
Yeah.
Especially if there's like an off timing, like this transition is not in line with the music.
Yeah.
So you're like,
Hurts.
there's something that's wrong with that video. I don't know.
Yeah.
Right?
It's hard to pinpoint.
So you did what kind of instruments did you do? again?
Primarily guitar.
Guitar.
Then I tried to learn a bit of piano.
Right.
So
But you can actually play both.
Yeah, a bit. Yeah.
Damn. So you
Mostly guitar.
play by ear or do you play by notes?
So there was a point for guitar that I was able to, like, because I was playing like daily at the
Play
point.
by ear?
Yeah.
Nice.
And then for piano, it was something I was starting to learn.
Nice.
And then I got dragged into everything else. So like it got parked aside.
What age did you start dabbling into music?
Guitar, I would say very early on, like probably early elementary as well.
Damn,
and like
that's
until
quite young.
until like I was playing that all the way while I was in high school. Then when I got into college, I got busy and like just got parked away.
But you went into bands, like the usual kind of.
Just like within our school. Yeah,
Mm.
we weren't able to like explore outside that.
But still, though, honestly, like any kind of experience is still good experience.
Yeah, for sure.
Nonetheless.
Yeah.
Dang.
Mhm.
And then for piano, it was more of like you were just interested in it and kind of dabbled into it.
Yeah.
Were you also able to play in a band?
No, I mean sometimes they put me in the piano position because I know how to play like the chords, things like that.
Like
Just like
ding,
pick
ding,
the yeah, you just hold it in and then they're playing the beat
Sustain.
and stuff. Yeah, sustain exactly. So that was it. I didn't really get into. I tried to learn how to play like read the notes and things, but again, like time was like starting to disappear.
No.
Yeah.
Same with me. Like I would always just memorize. Like, okay, this is the first, second, third. Cool, got it.
Yeah.
Go guys.
Exactly.
That's awesome. Okay, now that's an interesting bit because I could really see how it's all coming together. Because I don't know the way with marketing, the way I sort of feel with marketing is it's like an orchestra.
Yeah.
There's a symphony and a harmony involved.
That's true. Mhm.
Like a good blend of organic and boosting.
Yeah.
And I think that's the beauty of it is if people really understood both sides,
Mhm.
there's a cool symphony that could play around with it.
For
and
sure.
it's something that you could really bring on and that could sort of spill over to all the other campaigns.
Mhm.
Because you guys would be kind of known for that kind of branding,
Yeah.
right?
That's true. That's
Very
true.
interesting. So what got you into industrial engineering? I think that's one of the questions that I was like, well,
So far.
what exactly is industrial engineering?
Yeah, that's a question I didn't even know about that like
Yeah.
until like I would say 3 months before I started applying for college. So
Right.
I was very confused as well, like trying to pick a degree. My first again was computer. I wanted to be a computer engineer because I was really into programming around this time.
Nice.
Yeah, and then so I took all these exams and it did pretty well. But then after a while, I kind of realized I didn't really want it. I forgot why. But then there was a period of my life in that my fourth year of high school that I started thinking about going into med as well.
Right.
Because like actually my entire family wanted me to become a doctor. But I was like, I didn't really enjoy memorizing. And like, you know, between math and science, I was more of a math person.
Right.
Like analyzing and things like that. Like I hated memorizing things. So, because like with math, you can just like, you know, like get to one place to another.
It's like you just understand the method and you can just replicate that one.
Yeah, exactly.
But with memorization, it's like you can't escape it.
Yeah.
You need to put that in there.
Exactly. So big ups to all the doctors out there.
I know.
Oh, it's a very tough job. Like I have some friends, who are in med right now. It's like seeing what they study and like you understand like why it takes time because these books are so thick.
Same with lawyers.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I've seen all my lawyer friends before. They would always bring books, and I'm like, "That's your book for the whole year." I'm like, and they're like, "No, this is just one class, one class
per semester."
And then, sometimes it's even just one term. Like, it's just one term. Next sem, another book bigger.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Oh, God.
So big ups to all of those guys. So I lean more towards like math and understanding that. So for a period I was like, okay, I'm gonna take math because like, you know, my mom was like, you know, become a doctor, things like that. Then over time I realized that my personal passion was really into math, things like that. So I started looking at different engineering degrees.
Nice.
And so one of those was because I was taking all these exams from different schools just to try them out because I was in a small school. So like to my mom, she was like, we don't really know if you're smart because like there are 10 people in your class.
That's sad.
She was like, why don't you just like, you know, explore like taking all these exams like in ADMU, LaSalle, UP. She let me take all these just to test like, you know, like get experience outside that circle I was in. So I read LaSalle's handbook and that's where I found industrial engineering. And they had all these tracks and stuff, and it's just interesting the idea behind. So the idea behind industrial engineering is systems and improving and continuous improvement.
So not physical systems, right? It's just all kind of intangible systems.
It's both in a sense. So
that's interesting.
industrial engineering started from some histories like World War, because like they needed to optimize how things were moving around places. So that's where it really started. The science behind it's called operation science, and then of course over time it grew, and now these days it's like the systems we need to optimize, like the physical systems are super optimized these days.
True.
Now it's about how the information, right? So that's basically industrial engineering. Like it's at least curriculums right now are still kind of focused on the physical side, like manufacturing. Things like factory layouts.
Yeah, because I can kind of see it delving there. But it's very interesting because now you could actually bring that same skill set to a different industry. Like for example, marketing.
Yeah.
Totally just changes the game.
Yeah, it's a very versatile degree. Like you can, because what you learn is really management principles and like how to make systems better. And systems are like it's everywhere.
Yes.
Right. So it's definitely like a pretty cool degree to get into.
Dang, I'm honestly obsessed with making sort of systems be efficient and also just be quick or quicker.
Yeah.
And honestly, like being able to optimize that one, especially with a lot of talk of passive income, it's honestly very awesome to really look into that thing. And I never knew that industrial engineering was a thing.
Yeah, not many do.
That's interesting. How many years has it been sort of offered in USC?
I think in USC, if I remember right, 1980s, 1990s.
Oh, it's quite a while now.
Yeah, so it was.
But it was just more for. Then again.
It was like an offshoot of the mechanical engineering. Yeah. Because like it's if you look at both, it's like both about the mechanics of a factory.
It's more like the macro this time, not the micro. Because with mechanical engineering, you kind of like dabble into the gears, like how each piston work. But now with industrial, you kind of like take a step back, and it's more of a macro, like how does everything
interact.
Yeah, very interesting. Yeah. So when you were studying that, were you always like? Did you like it when you were studying it? Did you really appreciate it?
Yeah, I could say I like that. I think like what we learned is definitely like I said, you can apply it in so many industries.
Sure.
So you just have to really understand the concept.
Yes.
If you kind of understand it surface level, it'll be tough because it's very at least in USC, it's like very physical product focused. Like very like factory setting. And then just for me personally, as I went through that, and I was, because at this time I was already exposed to the online marketing thing and like technology. So like to me, it's like it felt kind of like outdated in the sense that the systems that we need to build today are based around information.
Yes. And
we can find ways to automate physical things, but the brains behind that would need to understand how information moves and how technology moves. So that was my slight frustration as I went through the course. But like I said, if you understand the concepts being taught to you, you can still apply it, to these different fields.
I think that's the beauty of how you actually understood all the information is you didn't say like, this is bad, I should stop learning it. But you were like, I'll just take this in, I'll understand the method, and now I can apply it to something else. Yeah. It's like you kind of just absorbing like a method, like, okay, this worked in the past. Yeah. How can I make this work in the future, especially when you're dabbling with all the and all the online stuff that you're doing. Yeah. Okay, so you were in what year when you started? Hang on, I'll just pause for a second.
Sure.
Because basically this one, it resets after 30 minutes.
Cool.
Just gonna hit record again. Cool. So as I was saying, what year in college did you start sort of venturing into all the online stuff?
That was my third year.
Third year. Oh, so you're not graduating yet. You were in the sweet spot.
Yeah, because engineering is 5 years in USC.
Oh, damn. Yeah. So you had 2 more years to go.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah.
Damn. So was it easy in a sense that it gave you kind of an outlet that you could really test all the theory?
Yeah, I would say it was interesting. It was an interesting experience too, because it's so like 2 very separate fields.
True.
Like what we were learning in the degree was very like factory things like this, very manufacturing. And I was in this whole space where there's literally nothing you can touch, like marketing.
Nothing
it's just
tangible.
Like it's data.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. So it was an interesting,
What was the technique that you were able to apply? Like one of the stuff that you were able to bring through from industrial engineering, the stuff that you're learning.
I would really say it's the like thinking about process.
Nice.
Because one of the things you learn in industrial engineering is you really have to have process for everything.
Nice.
Like you gotta like what's step 1, what's step 2, what's step 3, how long does it take to get through step 1, step 2, step 3,
Yes.
and really outline that so that when you look at it, you can then see, okay, where can I find the areas for improvement, right? Because like when you're working, I guess when you're working online, it's like everything's so intangible that you just take it for granted and you just go through the motions.
Yeah.
You don't like do a lot of documentation, at least when I was starting. And I realized, I could have done like these certain steps in the like creating a campaign that could be faster or that could be automated.
True.
There's so many automation tools. I just wasn't aware.
Yes.
Right. So I think that was really the biggest part I took out of industrial engineering, like thinking in terms of process and like always looking for a way to improve how things are run. So yeah.
Very interesting. Damn. So pretty much like learning all this stuff. What, as you said before, now we're basically getting closer to the future. To the present now.
Yeah.
Because you then kind of ventured into a company. Like out of how many companies were you able to work for until you met that company that you worked for advertising?
I think one. So it was one. And then I had like my own like personal clients every now and again.
So
like
more
one,
freelance.
Yeah. So I had some freelance jobs on the side, but that was the main. After that first marketing agency where I was doing email, I ended that after when I found this other agency, and that was really just mostly it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Damn.
And then I quit a lot. I tried to quit so because it got so stressful at like certain points, like juggling college, and it was funny because there was this point like Black Friday, I think 2017,
Oh God.
where like for some reason they decided to accept all these because everyone was rushing to get their ads in.
Yes.
So like they onboarded like 5 or 6, 7, I don't remember how many of them, like different clients at that 1 week.
Oh my God.
And I was like in the middle of passing like some papers as well for my own subjects.
Oh my
I just didn't expect it. I was like, oh my God, what is happening here? So, it's like people think it's like easy, like getting to this point, you're building a company, but that time I was just like, I broke down. I just couldn't take it. So I actually tried to quit. I was like, I can't do this anymore because like I have school and all of this. And thankfully they wanted to keep me around. So like, let's find a way to lower your load.
Sure.
And then let's just find other people to fill in what you have to let go of.
Nice.
So that's kind of where I learned also how to hire people.
Nice.
Because they started giving me that responsibility to grow the department.
Sure. That's great HR work. Honestly, props to your HR person.
Yeah.
Because that's one of the downfalls for a lot of companies is their HR person does not know how to kind of deal with, like, for example, a lot of times with that, it's like, oh, okay, we'll just let that person go and we'll find another one. But it's like that the skill set that you embody, especially with a lot of times, it's hard to really kind of, especially with, I think the beauty as well with you is you really showed a lot of promise to the company that they sort of had to look into, like, we really need to keep this guy.
Yeah.
At the same time, the HR person had a good solution for you to really work with you closely as to what you could sort of let go and what you could sort of keep.
That's true.
That's cool.
It was funny because I literally had this long email and I was like, here's who you can replace me with. Here's what it'll look like in like my action plan to get me out of here.
Nice.
But then they were like in 2 sentences, like, Americans are so straightforward. Like I was like writing this long ass email and they just replied in two sentences. She was like, no, let's find a way to keep you in like 5 hours a week. And then let's just hire someone else to get the menial work out of you.
Sure.
So I was like, okay, cool.
As long as you had the plan though, which is cool.
Yeah.
So at least you were ready as well with like a workaround. That's cool.
Yeah.
Damn. So tell me about like your experience now with Augment Digital, like how you guys are running things and how you guys are kind of like seeing all the clients and the landscape for social media.
Yeah. So I started Augment like last year. So it's been like a few months that we've started this, and I would really say like we've grown to this point, but what I'm seeing as well is like the industry as a whole is growing.
Sure.
More so internationally. I'm not so sure locally. I think you can speak to that more.
Yeah.
But like people are getting very sophisticated. Like there's so many other agencies opening up, learning how to do all these things. And ads are an auction-based system.
Yes.
So the more participants there are, the more expensive it is, and the better you have to get in terms of standing out. And that's why organic is so like is so important. Like because if a client doesn't have any organic going, is relying purely on ads, like you said, there's nothing you can like fall back to, and as well like amplify.
Yes.
Like you're just relying on the advertising, and you're not building a community, you're not building a following. So it's very tough. So it's changing in that way where it's just getting more competitive. So you need to start looking for more ways to stand out and really work with your clients to just like, build this, make it organic side, and really build a relationship with the customers and not just see them as numbers.
Yes.
That's the biggest downfall of ads. Like people end up thinking like, oh, the cost per acquisition is like 50, but they forget that that's a person. that $50 purchase was a person that you can, build a relationship with.
Yeah, especially because I think that's the beauty of digital now as well, is there's more ways to really connect with the person that will, like, I think in the past, having a radio broadcast is so vague.
Yeah.
Like they would say 15,000 people. Cool. How do you?
Yeah. How long do they listen?
Yeah, like surveying that is so hard. It's not really accurate for a lot of the
sure.
Same with TV. Like 1 million watchers.
Yeah.
Right. Cool.
Ratings are like this. What is the rating?
Like sure, right. That's accurate.
Yeah.
But then with digital, it's cool because you really see their actions, you see the comments, and you can click on and learn about the people that have actually reacted and commented or shared. And that's the beauty of it, is it really creates that kind of in-depth narrative of every campaign that you put out, because it really speaks a lot, and it's like very interesting, because now you could really learn from the people that are kind of engaging to that.
Exactly. And like build relationship. I think that's the biggest thing. Like
for sure,
I would say the last 2 to 3 years, like Facebook, like, it was like the Wild West, and like no one was really there. So like if you had like half decent content or half decent product, like you're gonna stand out. You can like get these customers. But now it's like it's getting much harder. Everyone's catching up to all these techniques. So now, like more than ever, it's like you gotta learn how to become like human, in a sense. Like this is it's commerce, but then it's still a relationship, like human to human. Yeah. And I think that's what's like the next stage of like advertising, I would say.
True. Yeah. And that's next level. That's awesome. So walk me through like what kind of clients you've got, like what industries that you guys deal with, and also I'd be interested to know which countries you guys are serving.
Yeah, so most of our clients, I think right now it would be a split between e-commerce clients.
Nice.
Like companies that are selling products online.
That's fine.
And we have a few clients that are in the lead generation space. So things like schools, training institutes. Those are we deal with those as well. So they're across the world. So like we have a few in the US. We have clients in the US.
Which states in the US?
Nationwide. Like they're the e-commerce one, they sell nationwide.
Because it's very interesting, because the East Coast is very different from the West Coast.
Yeah, that's one of the things I've been thinking about. Like I'm targeting world like nationwide, but maybe we should be doing something. Like I said, it's starting to be different. You gotta like learn how to stand out, and these little cultural things are
very crucial. Like the middle states are so different from the East and West Coast as well.
Yeah.
Because I know a bit about like the American kind of like industry. It's very interesting because it's still super complicated to understand. Like for example, New York could be like a whole different country if you think about it. Same with California, because if you think about it, there's honestly a whole different place. And then if you delve into the cities, they're still very different as well.
Even county by county, it could be so different.
San Jose is very different from like all the surrounding areas. There's more Mexicans in one place, and there are more Asian Americans in other place, and there's a lot of just Caucasians in one other place. And then for example, Atlanta, Georgia, it's more primarily black, so it's more southern kind of thing, like southern feel. Then you've got Texas, which is one thing I've noticed about Texas. There's a lot of Asians.
Really?
Still.
Really?
I'm shocked. Because this one time I was like, okay, Texans, the cowboy, with a horse. I don't know. They walk down with cowboy boots. That would be the one, right?
Yeah.
But then I look into like a lot of vlogs and a lot more kind of. I talk to a lot of people as well, just to really understand the market.
Yeah.
Lots of Asians.
Really?
Very interesting. Like a lot of Asians that have grown up in Texas. But they don't have the Texan accent. They kind of have that southern, the Texan twang. Yeah. But still Asian Americans.
Interesting.
And also UCLA is, like the inside joke for UCLA is you see lots of Asians. So there's a lot of Asian in that area.
Yeah.
So
got it.
I don't know, like it's very interesting because I've always been interested with Asians growing up abroad,
Mhm.
and that was one of the things that I've always delved into since I grew up abroad.
Yeah.
That was the only way that I could say like, I'm normal. Wow.
Yeah.
Or whoa, these guys are doing this thing, and it's
Yeah.
very interesting because I think there's a lot of potential for the stuff that we're doing like as Asian Americans, because
Uh-huh.
I think the world is kind of blending into this whole world
Yeah.
of like we're all immigrants in different places.
Mhm.
Like for example, a lot of Filipinos are moving abroad. A lot of Americans are moving into Philippines.
Yep.
Lots
Love
of
Koreans.
non-Filipinos are living here, and it's
Yeah.
very interesting because now we get into this space like we're all an immigrant, but we all know our
Exactly.
roots.
Yeah.
So it's I don't know, it's very
It's a
interesting.
very interesting shift. Yeah.
Yeah. So there's a lot of fusion. Fusion is one of the word, especially in the food industry.
Yeah.
It's like fusion
Yeah.
because you typically, like for example, if I were to cook,
Yeah.
I wouldn't be able to cook an authentic Filipino meal
Mm-hmm.
because I would kind of blend it with a fusion
Yeah.
because I'm like I wouldn't really appreciate like too authentic, like that's too authentic. I think I'll mix in with
Yeah,
a
yeah,
bit of
yeah,
fish
yeah.
and chips, a bit of like different feel, and it's like
Cultures. Yeah.
this is cool. I could go with this
Yeah.
one. Honestly, a lot of Filipinos I've noticed,
Mm-hmm.
they're not super Filipino now. Like not super like it's not the old school Filipino, but it's like damn, you guys are a bit more westernized here in the Philippines.
Yep.
A lot of the time, especially Cebu, because I think
Yeah.
Manila there's a bit more like there you can still see a
Yeah.
lot of Filipino, but here it's a blend of Western and Cebuano influence, and that's what I've always
Interesting.
appreciated about Cebu.
Cool.
I think that's one of the reasons why I wanted to move here,
Yeah.
and I actually moved here
Yeah. From where?
from New Zealand.
Oh, okay.
I was gonna choose Singapore honestly,
Okay.
but then in Singapore you need to be Singaporean descent or Chinese or Indian
Oh, really?
or Malaysian
Wow.
to be able to own a business and be counted as a majority, not a minority.
Oh,
So
that's
I was
a
like, damn, that sucks. So I'm Filipino. I was like, okay, I'm just gonna move to a place where they appreciate me. For me.
yeah.
I was looking into Makati, but I was like, I
Mm.
don't want to speak Tagalog. And I was like, Cebu, ooh, Cebu. I weighed it out. I was like,
Yeah.
this is pretty.
But have you ever lived here in Cebu?
No,
Oh,
never
okay.
lived here in Cebu.
Wow.
I think the only place that I lived in Philippines was only in Leyte. I grew up there until
Oh.
15.
Okay.
But then graduating, work life, everything, it's all Kiwi, New
oh,
Zealand.
wow.
So that's
Okay.
why like my work ethic is kind of Kiwi. Like
Yeah.
I really like look into that. I'm more kind of precise when I look
Uh-huh.
into things, more systematic
Yeah.
and kind of blunt a lot
Yeah.
of the time. So because I don't know, like it's the one of the beauty of the Kiwi culture as well is they kind of they blunt to you, but then they forgive and forget. It's like
Exactly.
you-
It's not
like-
personal.
Yeah, it's like you fucked up. I'll tell you
Uh-huh.
outright, and then it's like, yeah, next time, that's it.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna hold a grudge.
Yeah.
But a lot of the times I notice, no offense to all the Filipinos, but damn,
Yeah.
there's a lot of grudge. Like, just calm down, guys.
yeah.
It's nothing personal. It's just like work is work and
Yeah.
play is play. Because
Exactly.
a lot of times it's like it's always being said like work is work, like nothing personal, but then you're like you kind of see it linger. It's like,
Yeah.
was it really
Yeah.
nothing personal?
How do you deal with that? Like, cause that's something I also like kind of struggle with, like with my team. Like, but I understand. Like, it's
Yes.
culture. Like, you can't just like change how people behave
Yes,
because there's a lot of
exactly.
environmental factors. I understand. So,
True.
I come from a place where like, okay, so this is how you guys currently see it, how you behave, but how can we get you to this place where you're, like you said, you're more upfront, you're more
Yes.
like communicative. So how do you deal with that?
Honestly, when I moved here, I was kind of adapting to the Filipino culture,
Mhm.
and I think that was the one mistake that if I was given a chance to actually change something, that might be the one that I would like to change. So, for example, now I'm more blatant. Like you just say what it is,
Mhm.
because it's like this is for the sake of efficiency.
Yeah.
This is like you basically just explain to them pretty much like weighing things out. So for example, it's like a lot of the times Cebuanos are late.
Yeah.
And I think Filipinos in general, we're always just late.
Yeah.
And I think it's a given fact. So for example, if they're always late to a meeting, I'd just be upfront to them. Hey, look, our time is really important.
Mhm.
Best thing for you to do is if you're going to be late again, just please let me know because I'll work
Yeah.
around with you. That way it's a way for us to not waste each other's time.
True.
And it's just more of a way to just be blatant, but at the same time still take into account like this is because of this. It's nothing personal. Like I don't hate you for being
Yeah.
late, and I don't like. I'm not gonna be the Mr. Perfect. Like I'm not late always.
Yeah.
But then there's always that that, that given chance that, people could be late.
Yeah.
And I think it's just giving the benefit of the doubt.
Mm-hmm.
But I think the crucial thing there is just nipping it in the butt while it's still early is crucial.
Got
and
it.
I think I've seen a lot of success with it so far, that it's working. And I think it's just embodying that culture, like really showing rather than saying it.
Yeah.
Because I think the culture that, for example, the one that we build into our collaboration is we're a culture of, okay, we're just going to be upfront with you, but then there's nothing personal, but at the same time, we will definitely show that we still care for you.
Yeah.
And I think care is really hard to get across. But I think it's all the little things that you do. For example, like all the people that I work with, I always look after them.
Yeah.
I would always be thoughtful. Like, for example, if it's a special day, you do something special for them.
Yeah.
You buy food. You do a lot of things. And one thing that I've noticed as well is you treat work as like a relationship. So, for example, do you know love language?
Yeah, the 5 ones.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's one of the crucial things that's very interesting to implement into work.
Oh, okay.
Because now you understand how they react. So, for example, some people appreciate time.
Yeah.
Some people appreciate like acts of service.
Yeah.
Some people appreciate words.
Words, yeah.
So it really depends on what their love language is, and I think that's the best way that you could give feedback.
Interesting.
Because now, if you look into it, for example, if a person is like kind of feeling like their love language for this month, because that's one interesting thing. The love language always changes per month. So it's not like a set, like you're always this.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, okay.
Because it really depends on what you lack. And I think it gravitates toward that. Like, for example, at one point I was more with gifts because I think I was giving so much that like I was like, can I just be selfish for him? Like, could you just give me even just like a little like libre or something?
Yeah.
That would be cool.
Yeah.
It's not like I'm always just like I always look for something materialistic. It's not that.
Exactly.
But it always is something that you lack. And I think it's very interesting to look into that at the first week of the month, because it now kind of paints a picture like, oh, you're going to be like that for the whole month. So this is how we kind of give you feedback. Very interesting, right?
Interesting. I've never...
Love language is super cool because now it gives you a way to understand how you can give feedback, especially with all the people that you work with. Second is games. The game night that I usually do. I like. Have you heard of this game called Mafia?
Yeah.
It's like cops. Killer.
Yeah.
A lot of people say it. Yeah. So Mafia is very interesting because it gives you a chance to see what to tell for a lot of people and the dynamics. Because especially in a strategy game like that, it really gives a lot of people chance to really speak out. Yeah. At the same time, you could see them under pressure without actual pressure.
Yeah.
Right?
That's interesting. That's true.
And I've always wanted to, like, that's one of the things that I really am planning to implement moving forward, like, inevitably. Just that's going to be staple. Because that way it's a chance for us to really sort of express ourselves, especially for the silent ones. They don't get to express a lot, but then that game, like, games really get the best of them.
That's true.
And it really pushes people to a bit of pressure, but it's not actual pressure.
It's like friendly pressure.
Right?
Yeah.
And it's just a game. So, for example, after every game, you can drop it, and that's it.
Yeah, but you see how they act in that situation.
So that way,
cool.
it's a way for you to actually get to know them. Because, for example, for me, I like being like the narrator or the moderator or the game master. And it gives me a chance to really see people, how they would react, how they would be dynamically sort of playing into the game. It's also quite interesting to be a player as well. Because now you get to play with people's minds. Like, for example, it's if you're in the game with them, you could see how they're working with you, how they can like betray you. And it's just an interesting way because now you could bring that through to the real world.
Exactly.
And it's like, oh, this is how our dynamic works. Because now, like, for example, in the game, we really killed the game with that kind of dynamic.
That's true.
Why not bring that to the workplace?
And
it's now an opportunity for you to really see the strengths and weaknesses of people, but not being able to just address them like you're bad at this. But you understand that now. And it gives you like a better understanding, like, okay, they're not the best at being able to make decisions. So help them make decisions. So now you can, along with the love language, you've got a way to give them feedback.
Dude, that's super cool.
Right?
Because like now I'm just like thinking about how you can like use that as well. It's like, because I think about every like team building or leadership seminar I've been in, it's all these traditional like stuff.
bad.
But this one, like, what if you have like a,
Yeah.
like
Just do game night. Like honestly, to be honest, one of the things that I was looking into starting as an actual company was like a game night for team building.
that would be super
Right?
cool. Like, now just like thinking about what you just said, it's like a leadership, because I was like planning to have one with our team.
Yes.
I couldn't figure out how to structure it because it seems so boring.
Yeah.
So I was like, I don't know what to do. So we just like had no plan at all. We just went out, had a retreat. But now,
True.
like, hearing that, it's like, that would be pretty cool. Because like, if you know how to like see, like, example, if you play the game so much that you know like where to look in terms of insights,
Yes.
that would be so valuable for the team.
Exactly, because now,
Good.
like team, that's one of the things that I've noticed. Every time I played a game with people, they would always, a team building game. It's like, oh, so that's what people call it here, team building game. Because in New Zealand, we just called it game night.
Yeah.
And it's very interesting because now, like, all the dynamics, you get to see it in action.
Yeah.
Without having like actual it's not gonna be like detrimental to the company.
Yeah.
But it's a way for you to really still get results, but have the tangibility at the same time. No drastic sort of overall kind of like what is it like result to that was it like they fucked up. It doesn't really translate into the company that's detrimental to it.
You just see it like the behaviors.
It's like, oh cool, that was a good game, or like damn, you guys lost out because this and this, and it's like, oh, it really shows a lot of dynamics, especially the games that I play, because I think that's one of the things that I brought out, because in New Zealand I would always be hosting like youth groups, and I would sometimes host like a group of like over 50 people. So I'm really used to having like a big group. So like, for example, the game night that we did, I think there were about 30 people. Half
the people you're used to.
Honestly, I think the biggest group I dealt with was 100.
Wow, that's crazy.
And it's honestly really cool because these games just really bring the best out of you and also the worst in you. So it's like, I gotta watch out for this guy because this guy's like, oh my god. Like for example, like when we played, I think I kind of
you're the freaking you're the spy, and you're like leading the entire team.
Right?
Like we didn't. I had a feeling, but I was like, nah, he's probably fine. Right? You're so good and like just making it seem so real. Jesus, that's
because honestly, that's one of the things. I was like, these guys are really easy to trust with. And I was like, I'm so sorry, guys.
Like this dude has an accent. I'm gonna trust him.
Because he kind of knows what he's doing, but no. I'm just playing you guys around. And then like that's one of the things that I've noticed as well. Like even the first game that we did, everyone kind of underplayed me, and I was like, oh, perfect. I'm just gonna. I think we won 3-0 that time, and then the next time we played, it was like 3-1, and I was like, damn, they're catching up. They're understanding my technique, so I'm gonna change it up. So things like that. It really shows adaptability.
That's true.
Because, like, for example, I'm always the one to exploit a lot of weaknesses.
I know.
Honestly, I think that's the good and bad thing with me. So I'm like, I will exploit this weakness from the people.
Trick an entire group of people.
I know. And honestly, like, I truthfully felt bad because I was like, I'm tricking them so hard. Because they would ask me, like, what are you? I'm like, guys, we need a plan.
Yeah,
so
like, sure.
So they jumped along, and I was like, cool.
Yeah, we all did.
The topic.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Like, we gotta play on that, guys.
Yeah, man, that was crazy. But yeah, like going back, like it's so cool. Like just now I realized that like you can really see like real behaviors and team dynamic. And if you know how to, like you can turn that into insight for a team. So
especially like having games that there's a cooperative
aspect to it.
Aspect to it that together you need to work as one. Crucial.
Good.
And it's like a makeshift stress, so you could just drop it anytime. Like, okay, I'm sick and tired of this game. Let's change another game.
Exactly. Cool. Yeah.
You could drop that.
And there's no like pressure because like when you go into these like traditional leadership training time, it's like
relay.
It's like
and it's like I don't get it. Like I don't know. I'm always the one that I would go into a game, look into it, and I would always look for a practical application of skill out of that game. Like every game that I would play, I want a practical application out of that. It's not just like, okay, we're just gonna play a game. It's like a mind dead game, and we're just gonna go into it and go out of it. Like I never get that you balance like a I don't know, like a coin. Okay, that shows balance. But what are we
What
going to
else?
do? PE? I think that's good for like sports.
Yeah.
For example, if you've got a sports team, by all means do that.
Yeah, for sure.
But then if you're not really in a sports team, like it's an IT department, it's like
When are you gonna be in this situation ever
unless
again?
they're gonna get abs in the hands, cool. They can type really fast, maybe.
Yeah,
but
that's
hey,
true.
yeah, like for example, a lot of the games that I really look into playing is strategy. That's one
Yeah.
of the main things. Second one as well is like, it's a way that you could play around the dynamics of everyone, like showing off the strengths, especially the silent ones. I want them to be talking. There's another game called Password, and we didn't get a chance to play there, but
Okay.
it's just a way that even a huge group
Yeah.
could still play it,
Yeah.
and it's very interesting because everyone's just super loud. So yeah, just honestly, hit me
Yeah.
up, and I'll be keen to
Yeah.
help you guys out.
Host
man.
another one here.
Yeah, for sure. Oh, we could just host it at the office.
Yeah.
That'd be sick.
So,
Cool.
Sure.
Hang on, I'm just gonna insert a quick sponsor,
Sure.
and then we're just gonna jump to the next segment. So, our sponsor for today is, oh man, as you would know it, we're in it right now at the company. So, are you looking for an office space, clients, or fast internet? The collaborative, creative, and entrepreneurial atmosphere at the company is perfect for you. With over 10 branches scattered all over the world in countries such as Japan, Hawaii, Singapore, Bangkok, and of course, Philippines. 2 branches in Cebu, namely IT Park and Mandaue. Members get to enjoy multi-location access for no added fees, with options such as co-working spaces, fully furnished offices, event spaces, and meeting rooms that can be rented out daily, weekly, monthly, or just whenever you want. The amenities are endless. They serve unlimited coffee, tea, or water, and they also have fast fiber internet for all the people that work here, and regular community events such as game night, that you can be a part of. So for more details, you can visit the website at www.thecompany.ph or visit the Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter at The Company Cebu. Also, if you use my code NDRW, you can get 5% off your booking. Come and visit the company today, located on the 15th floor, HM Tower, IT Park. That code again, NDRW.
Nice.
Cool. We're back again here with Reinart. Man, it's been amazing.
Yeah.
An amazing conversation with him. Like, we were basically talking about a few things about like his past, also the beauty of what he brings to the table. A background in industrial engineering really honestly gives you a superpower if you think about it.
Yeah.
Especially in the digital world, because not a lot of people are really using kind of like a tried and tested system onto the digital world, because everything's just all messed up right now.
Yep.
I think there's a lot of processes that are good, but there's no one way of actually doing things. And I think that's one of the beauty of Augment Digital is you guys bring to the table kind of a tried and tested system that you guys have been working for 2 years now, right? 2 years the running. Wow, that's amazing. And plus they serve a lot of clients, international clients. This is your go-to person right here, especially with Facebook ads. And I've seen that you guys, the biggest spend was $600,000.
Yeah, on a monthly basis.
That's crazy. $600,000, guys. That's a few millions here in Philippines.
Yeah.
That's crazy. So, honestly, guys, one of the things that they really bring to the table is like the specialty in ads.
Yeah.
And I think he also he might be looking into it now, especially with Game Night, because I think that's really a way to really structure and not really structure, but more of get to know the people in the team. Because how long have you worked with the team now?
The entire year. So like a few people are like 10 months in, so like staggered, because like we kept almost hiring every month.
And you guys are still hiring right now, right?
Yeah, so right now we're just looking for a video editor.
Ooh.
That's it. And then we're just gonna like,
oh, you guys have a copywriter now?
yeah, so we're a team of like 6 to 7 that have copywriting and media buying experience.
Media buying,
like,
nice.
Because for us, it's like, for me, like as I build out the skills needed for it to fill the role, I realized that, like you said, like copywriting is gonna be a very big thing. You need to understand how markets work, how offers work, and what goes on in the person's mind, because that's copywriting, persuasion, right? Yeah. And I saw it as like, you can't run ads unless you understood that, because like it's so fundamental to running marketing in general.
It's honestly the bare basics.
Yeah, exactly. So every person on the team who runs ads also knows how to write copy to a certain degree. Yeah. Also,
pretty much it's like the foundation skill that you guys have, right?
Yep. Start there, and then if you want to learn how to run ads, you can. And we'll put you in a position where you are, or if you just want to keep writing copy across more clients, and that works too. So it's like there's like a path that you can kind of pick.
Cool. And also that's one of the beauty, especially with what you guys do, is you guys really understand the tone of voice
Yeah.
especially when you're trying to write for a company, and especially you guys serve different companies. There's a different tone of voice for everything, so you also understand branding.
Yeah.
And that's one of the things that a lot of companies need to understand. There is a tone of voice for every company. Like, think of it like a personified version of the company. And that's the kind of tone of voice. And that's honestly the specialty with copywriting that they bring to the table, because they understand all of that.
Yeah. It takes a lot of research to do that.
Yeah, and
So,
a lot of experience, because
yeah.
research is one thing. Like, I think it's given that everyone can research right now. It's another thing to experience it and actually see it in action. Because honestly, you can research all you want, but then the customer or the market still dictates your results.
For sure. Yeah.
Imagine if you could just research and have the results that's the same with the research. That'd be amazing.
That would be amazing.
That would be amazing. But then the sad reality is the customer, and it's a different customer as well for different cultures.
Exactly.
For example, the way I've noticed here in Philippines, it's a different customer culture here.
Very
Different with the US, because they're more future inclined. They're more technology driven.
They're ready to buy online.
Ready to buy, but here it's different. Like people just shop in Lazada and Shopee,
and
but
like
then sometimes they're not even like it's still kind of like.
And if you run an ad, it's like you write the price there. People will still ask in the comments like, "How much is this?" I'm like, "It's in the ad."
it's right there.
Yeah,
you can just hit back and it's like right there.
Yeah, so like that's what I've seen. Like when I ran some ads like locally, like there's a very strong culture here of like a messenger and just like direct communication. So what kind of happened was, like, as I ran ads for these companies locally, they weren't ready for that, so they didn't have anyone staff to answer these messages. So what happened is that we just overwhelmed like whoever was like their marketing department, and it just didn't work out. So I was like, nah.
Honestly, that's one of the reasons why I actually dabbled. Well, right now I actually create chatbots.
Ooh, nice.
So that's one of the things that I noticed that was needed here in Philippines.
Yep.
Because if you run an ad, you will get 100 messages per day.
Exactly.
Because I think for example, the first company that I launched here, after we went viral, that was just one. So we grew the Facebook page from 0 to 40,000 in 1 week.
Wow.
And then 1 month, 52,000 likes.
Damn.
By the end of the month.
All organic.
All organic.
Oh my God.
One video we grew 1.1 million views, and then 30,000 comments, 18,000 reactions, like the works.
That's crazy.
Now 100 people would message per day. And I think that was the biggest detriment for us, because we weren't ready for it.
Yeah.
And I think that's one of the things that I noticed that is crucial to be built here in Philippines, that you need a foundation for virality. Because if you do get to the virality standpoint, a lot of the companies are not ready for it. Yeah. But they always strive for it.
I know. It's like, I want this. But then, like, if you get it, it's like, what next? Like,
Like sometimes, especially with app companies, their UX design isn't best built yet. Like, it's not user-friendly. At the same time, sometimes the website crashes. And it's like, dang, it's only a few people accessing the website. If it goes viral, have you got the resources to back it up? And lastly, if the Facebook isn't that well built yet, there's nothing to do. So virality only comes to a point when you've got the system and sustainability built in. Now you can go viral, like, by all means. Go viral. But if you guys are not ready yet, don't go viral yet. Like, hold up.
It's more cost for you.
Exactly. Because now, I think the saddest point there is now you need to go into social media reputation cleanup. Because especially when it's like a bad experience.
And Filipinos love to talk.
And it's like, bad impression, you're done. And that's the thing that you don't want to happen.
It's different.
Could you walk us through like all the sort of all the great moments that you have with your company, and also more of like the moments that could be improved on?
Great. I think like just the consistent growth we've experienced like the last year is like, I think that the process itself of growing was, I would say, the achievement.
Nice.
Like being able to first like take in all these, like hire all these people, because like personally when like I mentioned to you before the talk, like one of my personal visions as I like why I launched the company is because while I was in college, like I saw this opportunity. Like I was earning quite a bit and I was still in school, but then my teachers were saying like, hey, when you graduate as an engineer, this kind of fires me up. As an engineer, you expect to be paid like what, 10K a month to start, and I'm like, I went through 5 years to pay
Just
this.
for 10K?
Yeah. And then I'm like online. There's so much opportunity out there, and I was earning
10K
more than
is
that.
easy to get by online.
Exactly.
Crazy.
So that's what I was kind of feeling when I started this. That like we need to find a way to like introduce this opportunity to more people.
For sure.
So that's kind of why like for me it's like I want to hire people so they could like I also want to show locally like you can build a pretty sustainable business not having to like cut how you pay people and things like that.
True.
Right. So I think that's the biggest achievement, like being able to grow to a team of 10 sustainably, like without burning out our resources in any way.
And you guys are still finishing positive after that, right?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So it's like
now that's good.
Yeah. So like that's why it's like it can work out. Like if you just build like you have a certain way of how you build a business, right? So that's kind of like I would say the biggest achievement, like being able to get this point. And it's like now like 10 different people. Like I've hired, and then like we're all working so well together and all of these things.
Yes.
So it's pretty cool. So in terms of improve though, so it leads directly from that where you go from 0 to 10. I mean, one person yourself, where you just do everything yourself to 10, and now actually we're like 12. It gets complicated because there's now more communication. There's more dynamic. So that's why I was so fascinated about you talking about how games, and you can see it's like. That makes so much sense. Like I should just like play every day. So like analyze how the team like, works together, because all these communication channels open up, and it starts to get away from you, and of course to continue growing, like it has to get away from you as the sole person. So that's like the primary challenge today. Like how do we build our systems around allowing the team to really own everything they do, and that nothing like falls to the side when like you're not looking.
And I really like, this is the reason why I always dabble into games first, because I think that's the way I get to know people. Like for example, the whole podcast is honestly a way for me to also get to know the people that I work with, I collaborate with, all of the like pretty much a lot of the collaboration partners that I've worked with or even working with right now, I invited to the podcast because it's a way for me to really understand like what their background is, how they kind of like what the results of their history, like pretty much like how they grew up is the result of what they are right now. And pretty much it's a way for me to really be able to understand like, oh, I never understood this part of you. So this is a way for me to really empathize that side. Because for example, a lot of the times I've worked with people that have been bullied, that have gone through depression, that have gone through like a lot of heartaches, a lot of like, oh, you're just this or that. And it's very interesting because now it gives you more of a fuller picture. And it's a way for you to be able to work better with that person. Because now you've got the understanding that you're not coming in with a clean slate, but it's more of, oh, okay, they have baggages. And they're people as well. So for example, if you're hiring people, usually it's like you're going to be another employee, but then you don't know anything about the person.
It's true.
So the games actually give you an opportunity to get to know that person, more of like you guys are equals. And it's a way for you to, okay, can this guy, like for example, if this guy was to lead, how would this guy actually try and delegate? And it's a way for you to really be able to show off their delegating skills, perhaps, or at the same time be able to show to you that they can still be improved. Like, okay, they show potential, they just lack this, like they need to voice it out a little bit more, and it's not detrimental to the whole company. It's a way for you to really like, okay, and this is the beauty as well, stress reliever. Stress reliever.
It's like all points done. It's like so good, the idea.
So it's just a way for you to really just have a great time. And it's not like, for me, I don't know, I've never really dabbled too long into like drinking and like partying. I think that's a waste of time, to be honest. Because a lot of the time I just like hustling. Like I'll just be on the computer, just like doing all the things that I could do and planning things out, that what other stuff that I could do on top of this thing, the things that I have right now. So it's, I don't know, like I'm just all in that hustle mindset. So having that as like a stress reliever, at the same time it's also strategic. Best of both worlds.
I know. Like just hearing about it's like, damn, it's true. It's
so
pretty cool.
It's honestly really cool. Hey, also before we move on to the next segment, what's new with you, and like anything that's upcoming for you guys that you want to advertise or you want to sort of bring to the listeners?
I think right now I think the only thing is like the hiring. Like we are looking for a video editor,
Ooh.
but other than that, like
Anything specific about the video editing?
yeah, I would say like animation, like
Ooh.
some sort of animation, motion graphics. Yeah,
whiteboard animation.
yeah, because like
Nice.
for our clients, since they're international, we can't shoot like shots of
True.
them.
True.
So usually our clients do give us the raws, and we do give direction like, hey, can we get this kind of clips?
Nice.
But most of the work now, since we just have the raws, is turning that into like a finished output. So like learning how to work with the clips, add animations in, some motion graphics.
Nice.
That's kind of what we need right now. And
Sure.
other than that, really, what we're kind of trying to do now is kind of establish like our presence locally, because like
Nice.
we've been able to grow without having a website or like being like
Yeah.
literally anywhere. So it's just
To be
like,
honest, right now,
Yeah.
you don't need a website.
exactly.
You just need clients, honestly.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, so but as we've noticed, it's like to get some visibility to the people here, because like one of the vision was to grow here, right? So I wanted to start like doing that, where like showing up and showing like, hey, this is you can build a business that's pretty cool and fun, things like that. So that's what we're building up right now, like
Sure.
our social media. Might try to get some tips from you on organic and things like that, and all of that. So that's kind of our focus right now.
I really like the move that you guys are doing, because you guys are going outward in.
Yeah.
And I truly appreciate that for a lot of people as well, because I don't know, there's a lot of sense of patriotism to that.
Mhm.
I really love people that really know their roots and really go back, even though they've made a lot of success,
Mhm.
but they don't like forget where they
Yeah.
came from. And
Exactly.
that really speaks a lot, especially with the attitude for people, like the characteristics for an actual person.
Mm-hmm.
It really is crucial for me. That
Nice.
and it's really cool that you guys are doing it as well.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
cool.
Everyone's on board with that.
Nice, that's cool.
Yeah.
Sweet. So jumping into the next
Sure.
segment, we're just going to insert a quick sponsor as well. If you give me where's the sponsor list? Cool. So the next sponsor is Port Restaurant. So need a wedding catering or craving a variety of unlimited food, from crabs to fried chicken to sisig or just about any Filipino food, Port Restaurant has your cravings satisfied. Located beside the prestigious Waterfront Hotel, Port Restaurant caters to just about anyone who's after a delicious meal. They're running the Only King campaign right now, and they are actually serving all the teachers a freebie and a free bottomless iced tea right now, October 1 to 15. October 1 to 15. So that's going to be the campaign running. And also there's going to be a Halloween treat for all the kids from the 16th to the 31st. So be on the lookout for that. So if you're after the lunch buffet, it's from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. and that's for 389 pesos. And a dinner buffet from 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. for 459 pesos. Unlimited cheesy baked oysters, lechon baboy, shrimp tempura, and lots more Filipino foods. So dine and enjoy the Port Restaurant today. Cool.
Nice. Might have to go there myself.
Oh yeah, it's actually very close to IT Park.
Yeah, it is.
It's just a walk down the road.
Yep.
It's very cool.
It is.
And they have really excellent food because they did a renovation.
Ooh, okay.
So it's a lot bigger now.
Ooh.
And the food it's a lot better now.
It's been a while since I've been there.
Yeah.
Damn.
Honestly, the one thing that I was pushing for them was they have an old school way of sort of bringing, because they kind of coined the word buffet for Cebu.
Oh.
So they started the buffet thing here in Cebu.
Yeah.
They've been running for 21 years, so it's
Yeah.
really good. Lots of history. However, the downside is it doesn't translate well to the millennials. If you said buffet, like, cool, buffet.
Yeah.
But if it said unli,
Oh, yeah. That's
Right?
true.
it's like unli is a different
Yeah.
twang to a lot of the kids, or
These
just the younger
days.
adults. And
That's
honestly,
true.
that was the one thing that I wanted to push for them. Like, let's do an unli king campaign, because a buffet is
Yeah.
basically an unli, but then everything's unlimited.
Yeah. It's just like positioned differently.
Yes, and I think
Yeah,
it's just
interesting.
worded differently. So
Yeah.
that's why I really, just to dabble into the analytics as well with
Mhm.
them. When we launched the Unli King campaign, better organic backing.
Damn.
So greater CPM for them, greater just all around a greater result for
great.
them. So very
Great,
interesting.
good.
I can show you the analytics.
Shit,
I'll
nice.
show you some analytics.
Damn,
That's
that's pretty smart.
It's just a different word if you think
Yeah.
about it. It's just Unli to buffet.
That's true.
And that's the one thing I always dabble in, because I like to see what's trending.
yeah.
And I'll get into it a little bit. So
Nice. Let's do it.
next segment is the digital and social media stuff. So
Mhm.
I like to create like a digital snapshot of where you're at right now.
Mhm.
So what cell phone are you using currently?
iPhone 7.
Ooh, iPhone 7.
Yeah.
Ooh, why didn't you upgrade?
It still works fine.
Nice.
Yeah, so like
It works.
Yeah, I actually was talking with Fran like just recently. We were talking about our phones, like because the iPhone 11 just came out.
Yes.
And we were talking about will you upgrade? And I just said like, we were talking about it's like these things works fine at this point.
Because you've got your laptop anyways, right?
Yeah,
True.
yeah. But I think the camera upgrades is pretty cool. So I'm not really a camera person, at least not yet right now.
Ooh.
I think that would be like if you're really into cameras, I think that would be pretty cool. Like I saw like I read reviews like it was pretty good. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
It's
yeah.
definitely better cameras, especially with the
Mhm.
ultra wide.
Yeah, I saw some videos like damn, that's sick. Yeah.
Nice.
Mhm.
What camera do you use? Do you have a standalone camera? That you DSLR?
I don't even know what's that's how bad I am with cameras. I don't know what the model is.
Oh, but you do have a camera.
Yeah, it's like I think it's a Canon 40 something.
40D
I
DSLR
think
still?
so. Yeah. It's like the one where you can take out. I don't really know.
Oh, when did
Yeah.
you buy that?
I think last year.
Oh, so but you dabble into photography.
I tried to a bit, and it's like,
You stopped.
yeah. That was one of the things that never really got past
Hey,
average.
But hey, though, I think that's the beauty of it, because especially when you do go into a skill and you actually invest something in
Mhm.
it, it's still pretty good because at
Yeah.
least you tried it.
Yeah.
And at least you know that, okay, I'm not
It's
the
not my
best at
thing,
it.
yeah.
Not your thing. But you tested it.
Yeah.
That's the crucial thing.
That's true.
A lot of people kind of go
It's-
about with their
yeah.
lives like, I could be good at it.
That's
You could
true.
just try it, you know?
Yeah, for sure.
True. What's your laptop of choice right now?
Right now I use a Dell XPS.
Ooh, Dell
15.
15. Oh,
Yeah, it's so good.
I think that's what I would have bought if I didn't buy the MacBook.
Yeah.
I think honestly,
It's really good,
hands down, so good.
Yeah.
Thin, light,
Yeah.
very.
And the
fast.
best part about it for me is their support. Like
yes,
literally their support is really good. Like they go to your house and like replace it stuff for free.
Dang.
So, like-
also Dell is stationed here in
Yeah,
Philly?
so I think they're partnered with
Oh.
NCR. So that's their tech support here, but it's so good. Like I had issues with I think it was my touchpad or something, like something broke, and they literally came and then swapped the touchpad, like went to my house. And I had another issue with I think it was my motherboard. Like I did something with the BIOS and like it screwed up, and then so it became a hardware thing. Then they found it was a hardware issue as well. So they came to my house and switched the motherboard
Damn.
free.
Wow.
So just under warranty.
Now I'm kind of thinking both ways. It could either be a good thing, 'cause
And a bad thing is quality control.
yeah, I was like,
yeah,
is it just really bad that they need the service? It's like they kind of
they're making up for it.
Yeah, it's like you're getting sold like a new laptop, but it's like free warranty.
Yeah.
Don't worry, we'll take care of it. It's like,
Yeah.
wait, is this gonna break? You got-
That's true.
You know?
So that is the other side to it. It's like they do have slight quality control issues, but at least
have the
it's not
system.
it's not a hassle to get it fixed like
Yes.
most OEMs.
Oh,
right?
I know. Yeah, because
Yeah.
I think Lenovo isn't stationed here. Apple
Mhm.
isn't stationed
Yeah.
here. Dell is, I think, the first one. That's the first laptop company that I might look into buying a Dell now.
Yeah.
I had an Alienware before, and
Oh, okay.
they're owned by Dell.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that was one of the things that I really liked about the system because it's so fast.
Yeah. It
And
is.
I've heard a lot of good reviews about the Dell XPS. I was gonna buy
That's
that.
good.
I opted for a Lenovo instead
Mhm.
because I like the keyboard and the
Yeah.
keypad.
Yeah.
It was quite close to the MacBook that I was using. So
Uh-huh.
before I had two laptops
Mm.
that I was using.
Mhm.
That way I could jump back and forth.
Yeah.
It's just easier. Have you got a
Awesome.
PC?
No, just from the
laptop
laptop.
guy.
Yeah,
Nice.
pure laptop.
I like that because honestly, it shows a lot of portability.
Mm-hmm.
Not a
Yeah.
lot of people are investing on it right now, and I'm just
Mhm.
so confused. Like,
Yeah.
why not? You can bring your work everywhere.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's crazy. Damn. Okay.
Yeah.
What's your choice of listening device? You've got AirPods or
Yeah,
I
AirPods,
feel it's
life changer.
yeah, it's so
It's-
easy to use,
yeah.
right?
Like
Pop
you don't.
out.
I know you don't realize until you had it. Like when I got, it's like what's so special about this, and you just gonna
Yeah.
like, oh crap,
That's
you just
why.
move around.
Yeah, and it's
Yeah.
so nice because it's just on your ears. Like you don't
Yeah.
have to think about cables,
Mm-hmm.
and you can just put it back into the case. It charges.
Yep.
The charge actually lasts for quite a
Yeah.
while.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, it's very good, especially right now that Apple doesn't have the
Yeah, the jack anymore.
jack anymore, so you can't
That's
use
true.
any cable or any headphones at that.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
Cool. This next question is, what social media platforms do you use?
You know, the funniest thing is that I make an entire living from Facebook, but I don't use Facebook as much anymore.
Oh, what do you
Yeah.
use instead then?
I use I I'm primarily on Instagram.
Ah.
So I spend a lot like my
What's your
past
handle? What's your handle?
Reinart Bacalso.
Reinart Bacalso.
Yeah. I don't post anything though. I just like watch stuff.
Oh.
Yeah.
You don't post as
Yeah,
much, but
so
you
I-
still have stuff to post.
Yeah. So I don't really post anymore. So I
Mm.
just consume, like passively consume.
But still, that's good though, because
Yeah.
at least you're looking at trends. You're looking
Yeah,
at
exactly.
what people are doing.
So I see all these like what I usually do is, you know, as an advertiser, one of the things you do is like you look at other people's ads.
Yes.
So like it's this thing where I'm scrolling through the feed and like I see a good ad, I just send it to my team. Say, hey, like look at this. Yeah, just
Nice.
screenshot, send it to our group chat. So I do that a lot, and
Nice.
I spend a lot of time on YouTube as well.
Nice.
So
Have you noticed a lot of improvements or could be improved for YouTube in Cebu?
I don't really know the scene here. That's the thing. What do you see?
I think exactly the fact that a lot of people don't know the scene speaks a lot.
That's true.
Because it's like there needs to be a scene in Cebu, right?
For sure.
Because I think that's one of the things that Cebu wasn't able to capitalize that much on.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's a lot of YouTube opportunity in the States. There's a lot of it
Yeah.
in Manila. There's even a lot of it.
Mm.
But why can't we capitalize on it?
It's true.
So why not make the most of it? Because I think a lot of the influencers focus here on Facebook
Yeah.
or Instagram,
Yeah.
and not a lot on YouTube where you could actually make money.
Yeah. That's true.
Because most of the Facebook and Instagram influencers here just get paid cash
For sponsors.
for sponsorship.
Got it.
But then
Mm.
it's not direct from the company, so Facebook doesn't pay them.
Yeah.
Instagram doesn't pay them. No.
Yeah.
YouTube pays
It's true.
influencers, but I don't see why people aren't like. I know a few influencers that have jumped on the YouTube
Mm.
bandwagon, but not everyone is jumping on it. And it's like,
Yeah.
damn, you should be looking into that. If I was an influencer, I'd be on YouTube, like
Mhm.
straight up. That would be
Yeah.
my go-to place.
Yeah.
It's just weird.
People spend a lot of time there.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
crazy.
And
Yeah. I do.
I think it's all about attention. Like where
Yeah.
people are spending the most time, that's where you should really invest on. For
true.
example, if people were investing a lot of their time looking at billboards,
Mhm.
I'm
For
dumping
sure.
Facebook right now.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna go billboard industry. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. So this next question is we're gonna be asking you to explain that gram.
Oh.
So
Oh.
I'm on your Instagram right now,
Okay.
seeing your your
It's like
Facebook page.
my last post was probably like a year.
July 18.
I think this year.
Was it this year? I think
I'm
this
not
is
sure.
this year.
Probably.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I think yeah. I posted something.
You
Yeah.
posted something.
Cool. That would be interesting. Yeah.
Hang
I
on.
think.
I'll just scroll through and we'll see an interesting. Ooh, this doesn't look like Philippines. Could you explain this gram?
Oh, okay. Cool. That was 2013. So,
Ah.
after I graduated from high school. Yeah.
Ah.
Me and my mom went to the US. It was my first time.
Ooh,
It was-
Montreal as well.
So we went to we were in California primarily. So we were there for like 6 weeks
Nice.
because we have relatives there. So we stayed there.
Mm.
But then we took an East Coast tour because that was the West Coast, and like our family could just bring us around.
True.
But then we were already there, so like we wanted to experience the other side as well.
True.
So we took this
Totally different.
very different. So we took an 8-day tour, and yeah, it took us to New York, Boston, and yeah, Montreal.
Montreal as well.
Yeah,
Ooh.
Quebec.
So you ventured into Canada.
Yeah.
The French-speaking place as well.
Yeah, it's pretty cool to see the mix of like. That's why I took a lot of those pictures because like. It was pretty cool to see the mix of like it was industrial, but then they still had all these Gothic buildings.
Yes.
So it's like pretty cool, like just like out of nowhere. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's very interesting, especially with the architecture for
Yeah.
for the French speaking part there. Because
Mhm.
honestly, like just France in general, just the French, they have a way of putting together buildings. Very interesting.
Yeah, that's true.
Like Notre Dame. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Very interesting place. Hang on, I'm just gonna change the
Sure.
battery for
Sure.
a quick second. And
Was Notre Dame the one that burned down?
yeah.
Oh shit. Yeah.
Notre Dame. The Hunchback burned down with a.
Damn.
But yeah.
Are they renovating it? Like, what's the update on it? I don't-
I think they're being scammed. Like the people that pledged that they were gonna.
Oh,
put
and
money.
then they
Nah,
didn't push
they
through.
didn't put money. All the billionaires that pledged. Nah.
Yeah.
No one pledged
Damn.
actual money. I think people were just saying it because.
Yeah, for sure.
So,
It's crazy.
Quite sad. But
Yeah.
hey,
So it's just like on like what are they doing now? Like just nothing.
I think it's just waiting for actual money to
Yeah.
go in so that they can
It's
really
crazy.
start to rebuild. It's a bit sad because
Yeah.
there's a lot of history that
Yeah.
really went into that. When I
Sure.
saw that being burned down, oh my god, I was just
Yeah.
crazy.
Mhm.
I think I was, yeah. like I'm never really the one to empathize for like buildings that burn down.
Okay. Yeah.
That's a weird thing to
Yeah,
say.
yeah.
But you get what I mean.
Yeah,
right?
exactly. Yeah.
But honestly, I felt a bit sad because I was like, there's a lot
Yeah.
of history to this,
Mm-hmm.
and it's something that you don't really relate that well, but you can understand why people are sad.
Exactly.
And it's like
You just feel it.
I was scrolling in 9gag that time.
Yeah.
I love 9gag because it's a wealth of resources.
Yeah.
And when I scrolled down to it, I was like, holy shit,
Mhm.
dang, this is happening.
Yeah.
So it was just a shocking time.
It's true.
Crazy. Now we get into, I think this is a fun part for you, honestly, because this part is basically trending. So this first part, I'll ask you, what's trending to you? Like, what are you currently into? What are you really looking into a bit right now?
Me personally. Oh, I think one thing that recently got my, we talked about multi-specialists, like, the thing that catches you time to time. For me, I think right now is AI and deep learning.
Oh,
So
yes.
I watched one video and like it just got hooked me hooked because
nice.
like I thought it was complicated. It felt so like foreign when I first heard, like when I hear about it's like AI and all this. But then I watched a few videos on YouTube, and I was like, oh, it's not that.
Yeah.
It's not that complicated.
No.
It is complicated in
It
a
makes
technical sense, but
a lot of people make it sound like
Yeah.
it's like hard coding.
I
like
know.
You're just gonna be like a hacker. No.
yeah, it's just like algorithm in a sense, but it's not intimidating at all if you understand like why it, like the core, like how it works, like how it learns. It's like, damn, like you think about the applications, and then
Yes.
because I heard about the first one that really caught my attention was, you heard of like the OpenAI project, the one Elon Musk's OpenAI.
Oh, yes.
And they're building something to their task project is Dota. So they're building a team of like 5 AIs to play Dota.
Oh.
And just seeing it work, like the thought that this was, because the premise is that for it to learn is like it learns from itself.
Yes.
So it just plays games against itself and learns these strategies, and it was just such a chill. Like it was like I got chills watching, because like the human players were like, why did they think of these strategies?
Yeah.
Like not a human would have thought of it, and it worked.
Yes.
I was like, what the heck?
And they honestly get smarter as
Yeah.
you keep playing, because it's like you can't use the same strategy. So
Exactly.
it's all about adaptability.
I
Straight up.
know. It's all computers, so I'm just like,
Yeah.
damn, where is this going? So it's pretty cool. Like I'm just like delving into it a bit, like because that's probably the future.
True.
It's-
In no time, the robots are gonna take over the
Yeah,
world.
yeah.
Terminator's gonna be back here. And
Yeah, it's looking realer now after I watched those videos.
But yeah, honestly, AI is so interesting. That's one of the things that I really want people to dabble into, because it's so untapped for Philippines.
Yeah.
Because honestly, even before AI, like all the stuff that there's
Yeah.
a huge stuff
Yeah.
that's still
Let's
untapped.
just jump.
But then AI is also another thing that's
Yeah.
untapped, because even in the US, they're still learning a lot. Like they're still
Yes.
creating systems to
Mhm.
to really harness the strength of AI
Yeah.
and machine learning. Like
Mhm.
Apple's doing that so well
Yeah.
with their iPhones. Oh my god! Like you should look into an app called Shortcuts.
Mhm. Yeah, I just got it with the update. What is that? I don't even know what it is.
Look into it.
Okay.
It's very interesting. It works the same way as a chatbot would work.
Oh, really?
But the
Okay.
beauty of this one is you click onto one button, it does all the things that. So, for example, it's an if and then statement.
Oh, okay. So you
It's
could,
like FTT protocol.
Uh-huh.
If you've heard of those,
yeah.
very interesting, because you, for example, if you turn on, if you click into Facebook, it would do all these things.
Oh, wow.
Very interesting, because if you think about it, for example, if you go into Facebook, it could just switch off your. You could switch off all the notifications, so
Yeah.
turn off all notifications. It will do this, it will do that. So, for example, if your night ritual is like looking into YouTube, when
Yeah.
you click into YouTube, it will switch off all notifications, switch on
Ooh.
alarm, and then all of the other stuff.
Whoa, that's
It's
cool.
just like a one click.
Damn.
Very interesting.
I'm gonna check it out later.
Honestly, you should dabble into that.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure you'd be super interested with it.
Damn.
And especially since I got the iPad Pro as well.
Mhm.
This is a recent purchase.
Yeah.
One thing that I really looked into was also shortcuts with
Yeah.
the iPad OS,
Mhm.
because there's a new OS. that
Yeah, I
works
heard of
with
that. Yeah.
Very interesting as well, because
Mhm.
tablets may not, like they thought that tablet were gonna grow in number,
Yeah.
but then it
Yeah,
never
there's
did.
like flatline.
It kind of flatlined, right?
Yeah.
But then I think the iPad OS is definitely gonna open doors for a lot of people because
Yeah.
it would be like the kind of like the light laptop.
Yeah.
It's like when people just want to do Google, like all the Google services
Digital
and
stuff.
also
Yeah.
just web browsing, a
Mhm.
little bit of that. Honestly, this works for a lot of
Yeah.
people. Plus, you could even do video edits here. I
Yeah.
do a lot of the video edits here.
Oh,
Graphic
really?
design work could be done
That's
here.
true.
It honestly
And
might
you're just very
change
versatile with the pen and stuff. There's so
So
much more you can do.
things. So and it's very precise. A lot
I
of the
heard,
Wacom
yeah.
tablets as well
Mhm.
might not be as good as the pen
Oh
here.
wow.
I honestly, this pushed me to buy even Procreate. This is a paid app
Mhm.
that could change the game for me, or it could
Yeah.
not really change the game because I'm still pretty lazy at creating visuals.
Mhm.
Because I like creating graphics out of PowerPoint,
Yeah. Oh wow.
and I like exporting out of there. I don't know how to use Photoshop,
Mhm.
but I think I might be able to use Photoshop with the right teacher that
Yeah.
could teach me. I'm just too lazy.
Sure.
So lazy.
Yeah. But have you tried it? Have you tried using Photoshop?
Photoshop, I did,
Uh-huh.
gave up on it, but I think that was
Yeah.
before I really had the actual reason to use Photoshop.
I see.
So that might be why that it didn't work for me. But
Yeah.
maybe now I could use it and I might be able to be good at it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've got a few ways that I've got to work around for Mac,
Mhm.
like removing backgrounds. It's just
Oh,
two
really?
clicks
Yeah.
and I'm done removing a background.
Cool. What do
Very
you do?
interesting.
What do you do?
I don't know, drag and then Command X and it's gone.
Really?
I'll
Yeah,
show you later. It's very interesting because people
I
like
hear
more
that,
more
yeah.
of the graphic designers they kind of shout like, "What, you can do that?"
Yeah.
And I was like, "Yeah, I've been doing that. This is what I do to remove backgrounds, especially it's like a clear
Yeah,
white
yeah.
and black background. It's like to convert to PNG done."
Oh,
And
really?
they're like, "What? That's it?" I thought, "Yeah, that's why I use this."
Crazy.
I don't know. It's
Okay.
just very interesting.
Yeah.
But anyways, this one now is. Have you seen this before?
Mhm. No, I haven't.
Oh,
What's
this
this?
might change the game for you then.
Oh, Google Trends.
It's a trends visualizer.
Oh, I haven't seen this.
This is what
Like this-
people are typing right now.
Oh wow,
at this
that's
very second. So these are all the stuff that's trending in Philippines.
Frozen 2. Okay.
So the beauty as well is you could even tap into. Did you want to go for worldwide? Because you could actually change the specifics of
Oh, okay, cool.
this. So you could go per country. Do you want to go to the US?
Yeah.
'Cause since you've
Yeah,
got a lot of
most-
clients in
yeah.
the US, might as well go into that.
Oh.
So in the United States of America, these are the stuff that's trending.
Oh,
Right now.
that's that's legit.
So this is where organic
Yeah.
can be mined.
Oh, I see.
There you go. So, out of all the stuff that's out there, anything that sort of pop out or anything that's very interesting to you?
I'm looking.
Ooh.
I don't know any of these.
You don't know any?
Yeah, it's like Fox News. Chicago fire. There's a fire in Chicago. Damn.
Ooh, there's a fire. I'm gonna click into that. Because now the beauty of this one is you can also click into it and we can look into
Oh, it's a movie.
Oh, it's a fire.
Is it a fire
Oh.
or is it a show?
It is a movie. Rescue Squad.
Okay, that's interesting.
Jesse Spencer. Yeah, it is definitely a short film.
Is it a show? Okay.
Oh no, it's a TV show. Season 8, episode 1.
I see. Oh, like they launched an episode probably. A season.
Ah, there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's very
Cool.
interesting. Anything
Yeah.
else that you... Because we're just going to pick out 3 things.
Okay.
So that was the first one.
Second.
Second one there.
There's a lot of soccer stuff. I'm not a soccer person. Fox News.
Oh.
Let me see.
Kobe Smulders, she was in How I Met Your Mother.
I don't know.
Do you know her? Oh.
I don't watch.
Oh, you don't watch that one?
Yeah, I didn't watch How I Met.
I think she was also in Marvel Avengers.
Which
She
one?
was-
Who is she?
She was she was like the right hand person of the guy with the eye
Fury?
patch. Fury.
Oh, that's her. Oh,
Kobe.
Okay.
Kobe Smulders.
Cool.
I
What's
forgot
this?
her name. Ooh, Marshall's online store.
Anything that has ecom, man.
Ooh. You
What's
can
wrong
spot
with their
an
online
e-commerce there.
store? Oh, it's just their online store. Oh, wait.
Never boring, always surprising. Ooh, interesting.
Oh,
Launches
they've
first-
launched their first online store.
discounted Gucci. Damn.
Oh, so that's a bit. Marshall's is like it's like a big retailer, right?
Yeah, it's
in
a
the US.
designer brand.
So they're now heading online. It's their
Yeah.
first.
Ooh, very interesting because they're launching. Gucci never goes on sale. Like same with
Mhm.
Louis Vuitton. They rarely go on sale or they never go on sale. I think for Louis V, their branding is they actually burn the stuff that was supposed to go on sale.
Whoa!
Very interesting marketing move, right?
Dang.
Because I think it's a way to really preserve the brand.
Yeah.
That way people don't get it for a discounted rate.
That's crazy.
So they'd rather burn it than actually give it for a cheaper price.
Wow.
Crazy. I think that's a testament for true branding.
Yeah,
They're
sticking
really
to your
sticking
brand.
to
Yeah.
But this is very interesting.
Yeah.
Marshall's opens its first online store.
So like, there's really that shift now, you know, like everyone is.
Yeah,
It's
e-commerce
like-
is
yeah.
honestly the way to go. Because
Mm.
I think the beauty with this one as well is all you need to do to really do is just batch along with the logistics
Mm-hmm.
supplier, and you're good.
Yeah.
You could ship anything. It could be even like as big as a bed.
Mm-hmm.
People could ship. I think the biggest thing that I've seen shipped was a truck.
What?
Trucks
Dang.
were ordered. So, just a bit of background. My last corporate job in New Zealand was
Mhm.
I used to work for a dash cam company
Okay.
for trucks,
Oh, I see.
and it's crazy because I think one of the clients that we had, they just ordered a bunch of trucks from Europe, shipped it over
How do they ship? Is it in a container? Or?
cargo.
Oh,
So
wow.
like ships would carry.
Okay.
I think they were able to fit 10
Damn.
huge crates, crazy. And I'm just like, holy crap! You guys ordered trucks from Europe, and they're like, yeah, 10-wheeler trucks.
Oh my god. And they were in crates.
Yeah, in
Oh
crates.
shit.
And I was like, damn, that's a testament of quality because
Yeah.
you could tell that they really needed to bring it in because
Yeah.
they were truck makers in
Yeah.
in
Yeah,
Australia
yeah.
and New Zealand, but they really wanted to bring those ones because they were really good quality and
Mm.
apparently a cheap deal. So I was like,
Ooh.
okay, cute.
Makes sense.
By all means, go for it.
Yeah.
Last one.
One more.
Go for it.
Commercial store, Manchester. I still have soccer. Like the
Yeah,
Real
lots
Madrid. There's like World Cup or something right now. Just
think
open one of
they're
them. I don't know, man.
19.
Are you a soccer guy?
I am
Oh.
actually a soccer guy, but I don't really keep track of what the new stuff are.
Mm-hmm.
I think this is for the La Liga.
Ah, gotcha. In Europe?
I wonder why US is never to search soccer though. Like they're not
Yeah.
really into. They've got American football, but
Yeah,
they
yeah, yeah.
don't really search soccer.
Maybe.
Might be an interesting shift.
Yeah.
Very, very
Trend.
interesting.
Yeah.
Ooh. Yeah, trendy. Any
Mhm.
maybe last one that you just want to look into?
Sorry. I don't know these other things, man.
The Chicago Fire was.
Yeah, the Chicago Fire
quite
keeps
funny.
coming up. I don't know.
Must be a good show that people are raving about.
Yeah, for
firefighters
sure.
and stuff.
Yeah, I think good.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
Damn,
The
very
Marshall thing was pretty interesting. Like,
Yeah.
you know, opening first online store.
Yeah, I think
Mhm.
I think that's definitely a true testament because even the brick and mortar stores
Yeah.
are looking into
Mhm.
online, which is
Yeah.
pretty cool. And I think Marshall's is a designer brand,
Yeah.
designer
Yeah.
distributor,
Mm-hmm.
so could be interesting.
Yeah, because like they usually like keep that offline, so you know the experience. That's why things like
Yes.
that. But now they're moving online, so wonder what. I think a question would be like, how will they replicate that
Yes.
luxury experience online? And
Yes,
what would that mean?
because
in
I
the
think I haven't
experience?
seen a
Mhm.
well. There was a website that they sold luxury houses,
Mm.
luxury
Mm.
helicopters.
Whoa.
I forgot the name of the website. It sort of escapes me, but there was a website that actually sold
Wow.
like super expensive stuff, and I'm just like, damn. I think it's for the rich,
Yeah.
like website for the rich. It
Wow.
went trending for at one point, but it's very interesting because they really sell a lot of very high priced products.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think one necklace costed like $50,000,
Oh my god.
and it was just like a
Regular necklace.
look regular,
Yeah.
but then it was really expensive.
Yeah.
So it's like, damn, people sell that
Interesting.
online. Very cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
Mhm.
I think right now we're basically at the last leg, so
Mhm.
we're just gonna insert all the stuff that you guys are working with, or anything that you're looking forward to, anything that
Mhm.
you're excited. Any announcement, please feel free to make the most of this.
Sure. I think this time, like, you know, one of the things I realized as you grow, just recently I realized, is that you also gotta stop and like, you know, enjoy what you've built, kind of thing, right?
Smell the roses.
Yeah, because
Yes.
like I mean, it's different points for everyone, I would
For
say,
sure.
but it's good to be self-aware of
True.
that. So like for me, it's like I've been pretty much hustling since I was like third year college, second year college,
Yeah.
somewhere there. I've been pushing so hard that personally I haven't really stopped and like, oh shit, like this thing's pretty cool, right? So like
True.
the theme has been for the next few months has been to kind of like not stop growing, but then like not push for it,
Yeah.
and like focus on building, because like I said, like one of our issues now is that we're a 10-person team. We grew so fast. like there's some processes that weren't built on the way.
Yeah.
So things are kind of breaking, and like, so I want to start focusing on that. And just like on a personal level as well, I wanted to like enjoy a bit more. Like that's why I was in game night, things like that.
Yeah.
That was one of the first.
Really cool. That was pretty cool.
So yeah, and like meeting more people.
Yes.
I think those are the things I want to start investing in.
Yes.
Because like I just like threw all that away as I was like just pushing when I was starting. So I think it's a good reminder for like anyone watching who's like pushing so hard. It's like just be self-aware and like find those moments where you can stop and just like enjoy what you've built.
Yes.
Right. So yeah.
Yeah, honestly, I need to also take that in as well. And it took me a while to really kind of understand that whole advice that you need to stop and smell the roses.
Yeah.
Because honestly, if you're in the hustle mindset, you just hustle, and then you kind of like stop and like, hustle again until someone actually stops you and says, oi, just check out what you did. Like,
exactly.
You've built something amazing.
Yeah.
And it takes a lot to really kind of take that in, and it's like, oh yeah.
Yeah, right. You like people tell you like, dude, you built this. Like I brought my friends recently here. Like, dude, this is crazy. I was like, really?
Because you don't see it, especially like I think having that hustler mindset is you've got such high standard for yourself that even what's amazing for a lot of people is not. It's still not amazing for you. It's like there's still so much that could be done. And it's like we're still at 1%, guys. Like honestly, there's a lot that we could do. Because like for example, I'll just share a bit of my goals. Like at the age of 30, I'm honestly aiming for a multinational company.
Wow.
That multi branches and everything. And by the age of 35, I'm going to be retiring.
Wow. That's great, man.
It's
super dual. I know.
Right. Honestly, even with you, the way I could see it, because the beauty with you is you were able to hustle at such an early age. And because you started hustling when you were 16, 17?
It's, 18, 19.
18, 19?
Yeah.
It's still pretty good because that's pretty much over a 5-year span right now. And that's pretty good. Like, a lot of the times people don't have that kind of endurance to really last in that hustle mindset. And I think the beauty of where you're at right now is you're in such a good space. Yeah. And also, I think you've got a great team as well that is basically growing. And plus, you've got really like a good community that's around you. You're honestly in a good space. And honestly, that would be amazing. For example, if you were to set like goals like that, that would be so cool. Because having the reason why I say retiring at the age of 35 is I just want to invest at that time. Like I'll just be an angel investor.
Exactly. Yeah.
And then pretty much growing people to get to that. I won't be stopping.
Yeah, that's that. Yeah.
Because I think people, whenever I say retiring, people immediately think
just stay at home.
Yeah, stay at home, bum around. It's like no. I'm still going to be working as you
but
you
like
would think.
Passion projects.
Yeah, passion projects now.
Because
now it would be like this the era of like, okay, hustle's over. Like all passive income. I'm just going to check cash flows like this. That is all just going to be cash flows around. I'm just going to be looking into investing so that I could amplify all the cash flows that I've got. Yeah. Just a way for you to really, I don't know, give back in a sense. Yep. At the same time, you could also stop and smell the flowers by then. Yep. Because I think the reason why I say 35 is I still want, I don't know, I'm a family guy. I like to be able to spend time with my family. And most especially my parents. Yeah. Because they'll still be young enough that I could still spend time with them and they won't be too old. That's true. That's not too late. Yeah. Plus, you've got the money now. And I think that's the biggest problem when you're a kid. You want to spend time with your parents, but you don't have money. Yeah. But you've got lots of energy. Yeah. And then I think right now, where we've got the money, we don't have the time and we don't have the energy. That's true. So that's the biggest downside is we can't give it to the people that we kind of care about the most. Yep. And it's a sad thing because we would want to give it, but we just can't. Yeah. So that's why 35 is a good age that I just want to aim for. Like, we'll see what happens.
Makes sense.
Quick moment.
Sure.
Just gonna change the battery. Another low battery.
Are you into photography?
Sorry.
Are you into photography as well?
Photography at the start, and then I moved over to videography.
Got it. Cool.
Very cool shift because I never thought I would be into videography at all. Yeah. But then when I got into it, I was like, oh, okay, I like this.
Nice.
It goes so well with marketing.
Yeah, it's true, especially these days.
Oh,
yeah, video is.
It's so crucial.
It's almost. That's why we're looking for another video editor because like we have so much video we need to make now.
Right?
Because that's what's
especially
working.
outside the Philippines,
Yeah.
video is so good.
Yeah. Like they can
Compared to
shoot
just like
crap.
photo. Like a photo is still good, don't get me wrong, but like
Mm-hmm.
video can just do a lot of stuff.
Yep. Like the experience is different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially when you can batch along with music. You've got like
Mhm.
the mood, you set the mood.
Yeah.
It's like candlelight and you've got the music. Right? It's a
Yeah.
different feel to just like a photo.
Yeah.
When
that's
it's static,
true.
it's you need to really, I don't know, there's a lot of remarketing for photos.
Mhm.
But for video it's like a one experience, like,
Yeah.
right?
For sure.
Very interesting.
Mhm.
Cool. Oh man,
Yeah.
thank you so much.
Sure.
Thank you so much, Reinart. Any plugins like your Facebook page that you guys run will get people to like them? What's the
Sure.
Facebook page again?
Yeah, our Facebook page is Augment Digital. Yeah,
Yes.
so we're gonna be posting like tips in digital marketing.
Yes.
If we're hiring things like that, you'll see it there.
Yes.
So,
For a cool
yeah.
company, especially a young company, if
Yep.
you're looking to be hired by a cool boss, this guy right here. Could you
Yeah.
also plug in your Instagram and your Facebook?
Sure. Like mine.
Yes.
You can find me at Reinart Bacalso, like across everything.
So spelling
Yeah.
that REINART and then Bacalso.
Yep.
Right.
Mhm.
Perfect. Hey, thank
Cool.
you so much,
Thank you
Reinart.
so much,
Honestly,
man.
it's
Yeah.
been an amazing time. I really love the discussion here.
Yeah.
And I think it's a discussion that I've always been keen on, to be able to talk to someone that's in a similar field
Yeah.
that could totally relate.
Yeah.
And it's like, damn, this is pretty cool.
It is. It
So
is.
relatable. This is
Yeah.
awesome.
Glad I met you last week.
Yeah. It was
Yeah.
just by chance.
I
as
know.
well.
Super
It
random.
was super random
Yeah.
indeed. But thank you
Mm.
so much.
Sure.
All right. Thank you.
Yep.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We out. Peace.
See you guys.